It's good to be back. Okay, I got a match here against swiftDKB here, and pretty great match. Alright, he leads with a bayonet, and I figured I'd be faster, but it's a trick bayonet that had a scarf, and well, I U-turned, but oh well, that really didn't do much damage at all. Plus, I'm tricked into a scarf. Now, I bring in Force 10. He haxes it, and but that doesn't really matter, because Force 10 is really, well, he's really just a slow poke, and it doesn't really matter. Knocks off the lefties, which, oh wait, shit, I don't even have an item on him. That's great. But it doesn't matter. He switches into a Nidoqueen, and I get haxed, and I get haxed twice in a row. That's cool. He ends up roaring in a Shaman, and oh well. I go for a Seed Flare. I thought he'd predict it and go into something else, but he went into a Porygon 2, actually, and that takes it pretty well. Especially considering I'm a Life Orb Shaman with max special attack, modest nature. That's pretty damn good. So he goes for this recover, and it looks like it's just gonna be sitting around. So I switch out into my special wall here. My Lugus, I forget its name, Credilli, and he goes for the Ice Beam. It looks like he predicted the switch, but not really. It was just a safe move, and it ended up working for him. So I knew I'd live 2 more Ice Beams, so I go for a Toxic Cure. And since he traced Natural Cure, I know that's going to be pretty homosexual later. Trace is funny that way. So he's hurt by poison, and I'm looking like I'm just going to recover here because it's free healing chance, and he sends in a Hariyama. So I get the free heal, and the Hariyama is just going to be there. I'm afraid it's Guts, so I have to switch out. I come into Suicune, also expecting the fighting move too, but I knew I'd live it. So I start Calm Minding, and already right here I forgot that he had Whirlwind, so also Knockoff, which pissed me off later. And that just really annoys me. And he Whirlwinds me away. And he brings in Puffy Seed Man, and I'm Scarfed, and now I'm stuck in a Sleep Powder, but I make the Hariyama sleep, because my team really can't do much to Hariyama. So I switch back into Coon, and I'm being safe here by getting 1 Calm Mind only. He switches in a counter, but that's okay, because after a CM, Surfs plus Stab plus a CM, it's alright, especially against a guy who's resistant. Goes for a Double Edge here. And this is where I figure out it's not CB, it's Life Orb here, and you could see that right there. And brings this Hariyama back in, and I just go for another Surf. He predicted me to switch out into something else, but I didn't. So I go for the Surf again. Looks like it's 2-hit KO, and go for the Surf again, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 2-hit KO, and it is. So that's pretty good. That's 1 Pokemon of his down. And now he comes in with this thing. It's a late game Persian kind of thing. Fakes out. I guess you don't see it coming sometimes. And I certainly didn't see a Persian coming late game, so he goes for an Aerial Ace, and then he goes for a Bite, seeing that Bite would probably do a bit more than Aerial Ace, just in case you just want to see. But I'm a pretty beast, so yeah, Suicune's beast. But the only thing wrong with him is that I don't know. I tried to get the right hidden power. I just never can. Freaking Steel. Shit. Oh wait, hidden power Steel doesn't really. Yeah. So I predict a switch into this dude, and I could have went for Psycho Cut. I could have went for T-Punch. I've went for T-Punch for some strange reason. It would have been safer going for Psycho Cut, because then he brings this bitch back in. I go back into Puff Seed, and he sets up some rocks, and I'm like, yeah. So I went for a Sleep Powder, knowing that. I went for the Seeds, knowing that he has Magic Man here with Insomnia. Yeah. And I really want to get this out of the way so I can put someone to sleep without worrying worrying that Bayonet's going to come in. So I'm just waiting around here. Seed stalling just a bit. Not too much, just a bit. And since the Seeds are stalling him out, I go back into Magnezone. And he goes for a Nightshade, and I predicted that. because he did it once before, and it doesn't look like it's doing too much. Although it does look like it can break a sub, which is not that great. But since my leftovers are gone, hey, I mean, leftovers aren't gone because of some reason. What ability does he have that makes him not get knocked off? I'm confused. Anyways, he goes for another Nightshade here, and I'm just trying to seed stall. What I should have done right here was substitute one last time, but I didn't. There's a mistake, but it didn't cost me, thankfully. I could have subbed right here. But I decided to just take him out, but I should have subbed. Yeah. So I go back into Puff Seed, predicting an EQ, but he Earth Powers, but yeah, same thing. Sleep Powder here I go, and puts that thing to sleep, which is okay, because it's a wall, and now it's asleep. Going into Kung Fu now, and Kung Fu is like ownage and shit, so I go for a high jump kick. I know that none of his team can resist it anymore, and it's pretty good, so he brings in Persian, and for some reason I didn't want to get faked out because I was afraid about how much damage it would do. And yeah, so basically I just switched back into Lugus, and basically use Earthquake, predicting a switch, and not using Toxic because that's what he expected me to use. And wow, Earthquake does nothing at all, but seriously, it's okay. I don't really mind too much. Goes for another Earthquake here, and then it looks like, oh yeah, he goes for the Roar here, and I would have forgotten about Suction Cups too. I forgot I had them personally. I'm like, what the hell? Oh yeah, Suction Cups for the win, and yeah, that's just how it went. He lives with like 1 hit point, or probably like 3 or 4. I'm not a bad judge at that, but he ends up getting Toxic Spikes up, but it's gonna end up not mattering because this is gonna be the last Pokemon out. I'm not going to be sending in a new one anytime soon. This is going to be the last one that stays. He sends in a Azumarill, and I actually get one useful crit for once. I go for the Rock Slide, yeah, and I actually get a useful crit. So, hey, is my luck coming back? No. So anyway, I got one useful crit, and Persian comes back in. Hypnosis misses because it misses a lot. He actually got the lucky hit back in the wherever part of the battle. And yeah, just aerial aces me, attempt to kill, doesn't work, he dies of Life Orb, and I end up taking this one. Hell of a fun match, dude. Maybe we should rematch some other time. Good to be back. Expect some more vids coming out, and I'm gonna try to get a playthrough going now because I just really want to get a playthrough going. I was inspired by a couple people, so gonna get a playthrough going. Gonna keep my Crystal X going. Gonna get all my videos going again. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully I do that. So comment, rate, subscribe on this, guys. Peace out.